I think about all the things that we take for granted on this campus that you can't take for granted in much of the world. Things like walking into clean buildings that the cleaning ladies have taken care of. Things like having fresh vegetables and meat in the caf that are prepared for you and ready to eat and healthy. And having all the support staff and everybody that's there to help you. All those things that we take for granted on this campus that a lot of people have to work very, very hard for and are so grateful to have. The biggest lesson I learned from my time working with the Village Partners was that change has to come about through cooperation from everybody involved. People from Jewell or the United States in general have the feeling that they might be able to go into a place and just make a change happen. And what we've learned from our time here is that we cannot just go and do things for other people. It won't be sustainable that way. And so the biggest lesson I learned is that the mission that we have to carry out in places like Honduras and places like Kansas City and all around the world is to go and be partners with people and work with them to find out what they want to have done, because that is going to be the most sustainable and long-lasting impact for everybody involved. I would say you should definitely use this trip as your journey grant. It's prepared for you by Jeff Busher and Lori Wetmore. The budget is always under the amount of the journey grant, so you have a little bit of room to maybe write in for souvenirs or for a donation to the people in Honduras. Everything is planned out for you, so meals, lodging, travel, all the expenses are included, and it's just a great way to get out in the world, away from campus, experience something new, and get a good cultural experience in your time at Jewell. My time in Honduras made me reflect on the reasons that I do the things that I do. I'm a biology major, and in Honduras we got to install family gardens to give fresh vegetables to the families there that really need a healthy form of food for their lives. And so as a biology major, I came back with a passion to do good things both locally and across the world to increase people's standard of living, their health, through innovative biology changes, ecology, environmental work. It just gave me more of a passion and excitement to keep working in this field that I've chosen. My favorite memory in Honduras was when we were up in the mountains planting the first garden that we got to work on, and all the women in the village were standing around. The students that went with us from William Jewell were out in the garden planting seeds and getting the dirt prepared for the garden, putting in the irrigation lines, and there was a translator who was letting all the women in the village know what was being done and how they needed to continue that work in the installation of their own family gardens. And they all had notepads and they were writing down, and I just thought that was the coolest thing, seeing that the work we were doing was going to be continued and was very meaningful to these people, that they were taking the time to write notes about how to take care of a garden. That was just a really cool experience, and we were in a beautiful location up in the mountains of Honduras. You could look out and see the forest, the jungle. It was just an amazing area and an amazing experience.